So I just bought a house a month ago. When's it gonna start being worth way more than I bought it for? We're back, we're brewing, we got all the barrages in this video. And I wanna say a couple things, man. I'm a little bit frustrated, I'm horny, pissed off. I'm sick of people in the comments saying I don't brew anymore. Your videos used to be better. Every morning I wake up to someone writing your channel sucks. Brew a brown ale, brew an IPA. My wife thinks you sound like a special needs version of Nicolas Cage. Well, I am brewing again. Brewing in this video. Take all you trolls on. I'm not afraid of nothing, except for two things. Tomatoes.
That's a given. That's a given.
What's the other thing that scares you?
And Rubber Johnny.
Come on, man. No, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, RJ? Yeah, I know Rubber Johnny. I grew up with him. He was always kind of an oddball, though. His dad was gnarly, like full metal jacket drill sergeant gnarly, but gnarlier. He'd make him go on roller coasters when he was way too little, was giving him crew cuts against his will. He started flaring out in high school. He got into the weird stuff, the raves, the ecstasy, started ripping way too many nose nachos at an early age. Last time I saw him was in Big Bear, California. This was probably 2008, 8 or 9. I remember it was 4th of July weekend, and we didn't talk. It's one of those things where you look at each other and then look down really quick, just, both pretend you didn't see each other. But I saw him. There's no doubt about it. There's a big lake up in Big Bear, and he always liked water, but not the ocean. And here in Knoxville, I've got a lot of lakes around me. My point is that I think he followed me out here. I've got weird property. I've got a 1/4 acre of just weird shrub. It's my property, but on the other side of the fence, you think it'd be the neighbors, but it's not. It's just more of my stuff. I'm like gated out of my own property. And there's these weird sheds out there. And when I'm sleeping at night, about once a week, maybe a couple times a month, I'll wake up around 2:30, 3 a.m. to some techno music. But then I'll go out there in the morning, nothing. He's gone. Just some sleeping bag, some Taco Bell, and a crack pipe. I know he's here. But I don't know if he's angry at me or if he wants to chill. I don't know. But I'm gonna brew him some beer as a peace offering. But first, let's look at this roster of Barrage Lord. All right, here we go. To kick off this brew day, we got Johnny Asheville leading off. KB is our commanding officer. He's the only barrage I've ever met who has a coffee machine in his car. And since I've never been prepared for anything in my entire life, not even that one time, Kyle came through with the ingredients as well. Up next is Charles in Charge, aka Golden Hive Mead from Chicago IL. See, before there was Hawk Tua, there was this barrage taking the internet by storm. This guy has more followers than I have STDs, but not by much. And he brought a ton of fun stuff to drink and praised Ja that everything here made it in one piece. Left me with a bunch of meads for me and my Knoxville friends to try. Charlie's got the mead thing down, but what's different for Charlie today is we ain't just starting with sugar. We gotta grind it up and we gotta soak it. Let's see if he can hang. Charlie's a fan of more of the finer things in life, but you need some money to be a fan of the finer things in life. Maybe one day I'll have some money. And most importantly, Emmett. Just imagine if Sunshine and Jim Lee had a kid. Emmett's my favorite YouTuber east of the Mississippi, and a little fun fact, Emmett loves oysters, but his favorite part of eating oysters is getting the crackers on the side. You'd think to ask, why not just order the crackers? But no, sometimes in life, you don't ask questions. You just have to let the talent flourish. And I've been traveling all over the world to find the perfect beer. Plane after plane, meal after meal, train after train, brewery after brewery, and I've met a lot of rad people. I've been to a lot of cool places, but still haven't found the perfect beer. Is it a hazy? Is it a West Coast? Is it something crazy? And one day the light bulb finally went off. The perfect beer for turning 40 soon is the lightest lager in the entire world. So we're going with that today. I hope Rubber Johnny is a fan. We're brewing on the Clawhammer system, business as usual, and we got our new fermenter today, but let's talk about the recipe first. And big thanks to you guys for hitting 50K on my channel. That's all you guys. We'll be celebrating tonight on the stream, the Hoppy Hour, link in bio. But all right, it's brew day. They said no beer before the boil, but they never said anything about untwisting the tea, and we're getting crazy today. We're gonna be brewing with some rice. It's been a long time since I've done this, but I do know two things. Rice has sugar in it, which we're gonna turn into alcohol, and rice is much cheaper than grain. At least I think so. Might depend on the brand, but I'm pretty sure rice is the cheapest way to source sugar. I don't know, maybe corn? Follow the stream. Going for that 4.6 rice lager, and the recipe will be in the description. 10 pounds rice, 1 pound Riverbed Pilsner malt, but what we didn't account for is nobody remembered how gummy it is brewing with all this rice, and we were in the trenches on this one, boys. Morale was at an all-time low. We thought about just calling off our friendships and deleting our channels, but another light bulb went off. Time to throw in another pound of grain, and boom, we're cooking with grease all over again. But the ABV is gonna go up. You wanna dilute it, you wanna keep it strong. It's your world, we're just living in it. Get the lactic acid going to adjust the pH, get the system up to 150, fire up the vids. Kyle, how we doing?
Mash is done. Let's see if we've converted. Sweet. I think we're good.
Take out the trash, toss it in the neighbor's yard. We're gonna throw in a new hop, NZH214. Don't know too much about it, except it's low in bitterness, and that's good, unless you're making something hoppy. Big shout out to the barrage Ollie Oz, aka Brown Man Brewing, for dialing me in with this technique. Stash the plate chiller in the cooler with a submersible pump. It is so easy connecting a hose to your sink. I go back and forth all the time. Cold water for chilling, and then I'll connect it to hot water for cleaning. You just need a T-valve and another hose. But here's where I screwed up. Don't put in your ice just yet. Let the tap water chill your wort to about 110 and then put your ice in. It'll chill it to 110 almost instantly, but will melt your ice within minutes. You know the yeast, Old Faithful. We're pitching 2 packets. It's time to hit the town. Big shout out to the city of Knoxville for being chill. I got a confession to make. I'm obsessed with going to rooftop bars, eat good, drink good. That's why we work jobs. Came home and we love to see it. This is 1 month later. This is 2 months later. Last month I was in San Diego, getting into more credit card debt than you could possibly imagine. But the Padres did beat the Dodgers. Starting gravity was 1062 with that extra pound of grain, but that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all.
We got a lot of sugar.
Yeah, so we've got extremely good efficiency.
The rice that we used had to be way more sugary than whatever rice that was on Beersmith. We got way more sugar from the rice than we thought. So I'll let you do the math. 1062, 1010 final gravity. What's that, like 6.5? So it's not the lightest beer in the world. It's the lightest beer in the world tribute. Tenacious D would be proud. Climber system worked perfectly. The fermenter was awesome. We went the floating dip tube route. If you're interested in watching a full tutorial on that, I'll throw a link in the bio. I did think that fermenting under pressure for over 50 days, it would have been a little bit more carbonated than this, but no. I've got it on 30 PSI right now, but we're going live in a couple hours. I don't want to shake it up, but I might have to. No off flavors or no residual sweetness. I don't want to fully judge it until it sits on CO2 for longer. Oh, RJ got in touch with me. And he's not mad at me at all. He's actually pretty chill, little misunderstood. He's actually mad at you for not subscribing to my new YouTube channel, DIY City. He said you guys better subscribe or he's gonna show up in your backyard. I don't make the rules. Act accordingly. While you're at it, subscribe to Clawhammer and Golden Hive Meat as well. Big shout out to those dudes from coming out from Chicago and Asheville. Knoxville's rad. We had a blast. Rubber Johnny. I'm gonna name a beer after him. RJL Lager. I want to make a cool label of the moon, like the silhouette. Kind of like the E.T. trailer, but instead of the kid and the bike, I want to make it Rubber Johnny in his wheelchair, just looking like a pimp. Big shout out to Kyle for going on the run that day. Me, Emmett, and Charlie went to dinner, and by dinner I meant the bar. Kyle went on a 5-mile run, and that's when he found out I have a whole other lot, and I would have never known that. Thanks again for 50K subs. Thank you. I'll see you guys tonight.